I thought mushrooms is something similar to that because I remember when we
Yeah,
were.
it's a psychedelic.
Yeah, I remember we went when I was in Amsterdam visiting you. We fucking sitting there eating, fucking had mushrooms and smoking joints, and then we walking into Walking Street, and I felt like I wasn't on the fucking. I didn't touch the ground. I was just moonwalking.
You guys gave me the goddamn muffins. There was all four of us. Because I love my. But Dorian, I'm gonna be a fan of bodybuilding, and I'm gonna ask a question that everybody probably want to know. What was your first cycle?
My first cycle, 15 milligrams a day of Tunagic, which was methanostanolone from India with some B vitamins in there. And I put on about 20 pounds in 6 weeks.
Okay.
I was at the gym, So at the gym, there's guys there, powerlifters, bodybuilders that compete on a national level and all this stuff, so what you want? I was just starting out. Hey, I'm just starting out, not on anything, Yeah, bullshit. All the guys in the gym were saying I was lying because I was saying I wasn't taking steroids, And then the guy that owned the gym, I said, when I was ready, I said, can you get me the steroids? So I got 100 of these tablets, And I told a few guys, I said, hey, now I'm going to go on the steroids. Then you're going to see if I was on them before, Boom. We realized the kid wasn't lying because look at the reaction just from this little bit of stuff,
Do you think like back in the day, like my first cycle was that I just had some D-ball, but it was the rugby company. It was 5 milligram D-ball tabs. And
that was the American one, right?
Yeah. And so I just had a handful of tabs. So it's like, okay, I was on the football team. So like, okay, I'm going to take it, but I got nauseous and I felt like a little sick for that one tab. So I was like, shit, I'm not gonna do this stuff. I don't want to feel like that. But then at the end of the week, I went into the gym and I weighed myself. I was like 5 pounds heavier from that one tab. So I would
start loading the glycogen in the muscles, man,
Yeah, so I was like, oh shit. I was like, where's that shit? I went to find that guy. And then I was like, then I was on it. So then I was like, man, I blew up like so quick, so fast. I was like, damn.
That was I have an emotional contact with that Dynabol. For me, that was the best steroid I ever took, and I always took it in the off season. It was my favorite. If I had to choose a single fucking thing, that would be it. And it's funny, I heard Arnold said exactly the same thing, which was Tom Platz was saying, I don't know why Arnold loves Dynabol so much. I'm like, it's the best single steroid you can take, and probably kids now would think, oh no, it's so
energetic,
And Dorian, when you would get off.
What about you, Milos? Let me ask you a question. What was your first cycle?
Yeah, Finaject. That was Trembolone, but it was 30 milliliter thing. And
with the cow and the horse on him.
Yeah, something was done. Yeah, but
from South America.
Listen, I had no money, right? So it was super expensive. I don't even know, but I was making $700 a month, right? And I came 87, drug-free, tried to compete at Mr. Universe. Of course, like as Dorian said, when those competitors was asking me what I'm taking, and I didn't speak English, but I would say like, EAA and stuff like that, they would say, fuck you. And I don't speak English, but I know what fuck you means. And then I said, maybe I said something that sounds wrong. So I just didn't believe that I was on steroids. Then I came to San Diego. I did a couple of more shows, drug-free. Of course, had my ass kicked. And that was the moment I said, okay, you want to stay in U.S. and pursue your career? You do what big boys do. So what big boys do? And this one guy in the gym, he goes, oh, yeah, this is all you need to take, Finaject. So I got 30 cc a bottle, right? But I don't know how to, I'm supposed to put the needle in. But I opened that aluminum, right? I thought I have to open everything. And then, he told me just inject and, blow the air inside. So I turn around. So I'm turning around. And when I did this, the whole thing fell down on me. Like, fuck, like all this 30 cc. And I was like trying to lick it off, like, get at least something. So I had maybe 10 cc left over. And I did that. And like Dorian said, 28 pounds, like in a super short period of time, I could actually feel it. And then testosterone was not in for a while until I did the DACA. You know, back in the day, we had that 50 milligram arginine decadurabolin. And then, of course, there was Naposim from Romania, same Debo.
Yeah.
So that was the best. But Chris, Dennis, and I mentioned many times to the people that are listening, when we were doing PCT or post-cyclotherapy, or not at all,
I didn't do nothing.
we would get off of everything, absolutely. It was not like cruising and whatever they call it nowadays.
Well, that just means you don't get off, ever.
Yeah. Did you get off?
I used to do in the off season 8-week cycle. So I would do 5 weeks on the highest dose and then 3 weeks decreasing down.
Yeah.
And then I would take 3 weeks off. And I tried HCG and I just never felt good on it. Couldn't really put my finger on it, but I didn't feel good on it. And then recently, because I'm on TRT, so a doctor I'm working with said, how about we try this? We reduce your TRT and we put in little microdoses of HCG to bring the natural, and we have a bit of both, yeah? Sounds great in theory, but I did it for 2 weeks and I felt like shit. I felt really tired and I don't know, I felt like an old man or something. And I said to the guy, I'm going for a blood check because I have a suspicion. I feel like my estrogen has gone through the roof. I went to check my estrogen and it was like 300 or something from 50. So for me, it doesn't work. So between cycles, I would just do nothing. I would train a bit lighter and I would do nothing.
What is your TRT now?
I do microdose testosterone. So I do 200 milligrams over 10 days, but I do 20 milligrams a day, subcutaneous. I found this, talking with a few specialists and experimenting myself, that this causes less disruption as it's like a daily little pulse instead of you go up a little bit, you come down. There's always a spike, even if, a small dose, 250 milligrams every 10 days. And that keeps me in a good level. I noticed if I just take 250 every 10 days, my hematocrit gets a little bit towards the limit. It doesn't go over, but it gets towards the limit. And taking it like this, it's gone down, so it's kind of in the mid-range now. So I noticed that a lot.
So Dorian, so you said you do 200 milligrams over 10 days.
Yeah.
So you do 20 milligrams a day for 10 days?
Correct. And then start again.
And so you do 20 milligrams every day?
Yeah.
So not for 10 days, just every day?
Yeah, every day. So that's like 600 milligrams a month or, 200 every 10 days.
Right.
Yeah.
Makes sense.